The science of the gods is thought and consciousness. The science of the gods is thought and consciousness. Look through the crystal and see the one light, how it becomes many, creating infinite perspectives and perceptions. There is only one generic consciousness, and because there was nothing else, it exists nowhere as nothing but all things. Thought does not have to be large to contain the planet, neither must it need a location to exist in its locality. This is the only point of magic in the universe. All magic attained from this premise. We often imagine the highest much in terms of the largest or the infinitely large, yet the creator of all, where everything is contained, is simple thought. It is infinitely small and infinitely large, for both are equally valid. If you see it, you cannot locate it, for it is and it is not. You see it and you don't see it, for it is and it is not. You dream because of the power in this principle, and by you dreaming, you are afforded the example of this wisdom of how things are. The only example that the earth world human is given is in how he sleeps and dreams. Hello again, my people. Skywalker here. From this darkness, I want to reflect new light. This will seem like a lot of information that is neither here nor there. This is what it seems like at the beginning of reckoning, as if to say everything is everything, so nothing makes sense. This is how it will seem to you at first, and you will wonder why take time to even bother. It will be so, for it is exactly how it was at the first light of generic thought. It seems like it is going nowhere, and then be careful by careful reckoning, the light appears and the magician is born. My beloved, please help me move this mission forward. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Even hit the notification bell for alert when I post the next video. The science of the gods is generic consciousness, the magic of thought itself, thought and reason in perpetual motion, thought and reason as perpetual motion, how to affect thought and reason. Everything you think or reason will be determined by the fact of intrinsical cognizance that bear the same tenets of love, goodness, truth, and beauty, which are the trigger words for conjure of any defining will to be or to become. We wish to manifest these three, and these are the manifestation of intrinsical love. It appears as conscience. It, it affects the ideal. What would we create or appreciate? What is the truth? What is good? What is beautiful? There is nothing that we will appreciate outside of these. It is the idea. Idea created the universe. First light is ever present as that one single dot in time for eternity. It is self sufficient. It is all powerful. It is eternal and transcendent. It is infinite, but it defines itself in principles of individualism, of a particular view. It is self and separate to self. It is all reason, meaning, and purpose. Self thought is the absolute name for God Almighty to the absolute degree of perpetual motion. The science of the God is one single thing. It is mental, cognizance, conscience, divinity. It is not logic, it is not reason, it is neither mystical nor mathematical. The science of the gods is thought itself, and we, offsprings of the eternal that come to grace these planes, will idealize, define, create, and appreciate by that absolute power. In this science of gods are all other science contained. I propose that we call it the science of divinity. What is divine is of thought. science. Thought science is mind. Again, let us break it down to simpler terms and realize that the one science in the universe is mind science. I understand you did mathematics and you wonder if I am debunking maths as a science. Maths was one of the lessons that were separated by ancient God forces that defined the box that becomes your conventional paradigm. Mathematics has wider truths than what you are being afforded. Mathematics is exactly what happens in mind. Look at the sky, at the cosmic circuit, and how mind calculated the movements of the stars. There is no other science. And when the ancient looked up, looked down, and around, they saw a working mind that is larger than us. And the absolute is that we are in this mind, looking at it go, perpetually performing its wonders. We see thoughts in motion. Meanwhile, we are thinking to all different degree. There are thoughts in our mind, not we in these thoughts, but thoughts residing in our minds. And we are thoughts residing in this great and powerful mind we look around and see. And when we say we daydream, when we say we daydream, is there not something living in our minds too? This is why we say perpetual motion. Do we stop looking at how, as above, so below? We have learned that the strand of DNA of the man is the entire man, including his memories. Whatever we think when we imagine is real in that dimension of that thought we imagined. Everything around you, below and above, is mind. You are in thought. You think, and thoughts are in mind. As you create by mind, it is to question, it is to idealize, and to appreciate. All these reasons stem from the innate value of goodness, truth, and beauty. Therefore, love is the complete order of existing force. It is inherent and determined to experience. It is formed with generic consciousness. All these ideas, mind in love. The universe is nothing but heart and mind, or heart in mind. They will not be separated. And because the beginning of all things were formed at the same base structure, there are polarized forces, but nothing is truly the opposite. There are polarized forces, but nothing is truly the opposite. Hot can be too cold. As such be the case, we must know how to reckon with these divine tenets. If it is mind alone, then there is only mind science. The science of gods is thought itself. It is mind science. Mind science brought from the darkness for higher light will bring forth heaven. Mind science used for evil is sorcery. Pythagoras' theorem may be defined as anything. It is simply science of mind, the mind we live in. How mind reckons to manifest. This is all. There is nothing else. If you believe in anything but the absolute, your thoughts will all be scattered to the individual. You will never see the big picture, and you will ever have a scattered and clueless existence as the earth world paradigm. And then those that keep you in bondage teach you psychology, which is a minor derivative of mind science. Hypnotism is a minor derivative of a kind of mind science referred to as sorcery. Sorcery is a simple and ancient science used for manipulation by way of making curses and spells through diversions, deceptions, and intrusive demons. You come to school and I teach you that SHIT spells sugar, and you believe because I am the greatest teacher. And then you go on the street and someone tells you to write sugar down on this order list, order sugar here. And then someone see you write the words of your spelling for sugar and taps you on the shoulder and says, no, shit is not sugar. And you turn around and retort and say, leave me alone. Sugar is not shit. I went to a good school. This is sorcery. My friend, don't get panic at the word demon because I use the word as intrusive. Demon spells. Don't get panic at the word demon. A computer virus is a demon. A cult is a demon, for it is also an operating system. A song about pimping or scamming is an intrusive demon spell, for it goes in through the back door by using beauty as a distraction to cheat goodness and truth. In order to create a world and control the servitude masses, the absolutes are broken into the smallest pieces, and then prescriptions of thought processes are dished out as conventional vocabularies, only afforded below a certain threshold. I remember how in my teen years many would laugh at the foolish things I spoke because I decided that the absolute name for God is self thought and that thought is the highest science in the universe. I decided that it needed no location, so the smallest particles could not be accessed even if you saw them, and they could not be followed or recognized in all their sequences, for absolute universal formulas of perpetual motion cannot be breached. I did that with thought in mind alone, and I was completely mocked until years later, more than a decade, with the coming of the internet and the knowledge of quantum physics. That which I thought was my brilliant idea that would probably make me famous was a simple universal concept like unto the wind and the rain. It was no one's idea, just a universal way of thought in mind. We say the earth is a sphere, but that sphere is the heart. The word earth is the word heart. That is exactly what it is. I mean this literally. The word earth means heart. It is our universal creation from our passion to manifest. It is the shape of brain, it is the shape of mind, and it is the shape of love. All creation is generated because of that passion to appreciate in goodness, truth, and beauty. It is our heart. It is from our heart. Our heart is our home. We live in our minds and hearts. We live in the heart and mind of the universe. And so do are the little thoughts living in our mind and heart. We live upon the earth. Love, love. It comes from the mold of love. All the things that are created, the earth comes from the mold, which is love, and it takes this shape. Remember love? Go back to love, and the diseased Mother Earth will become whole again. The diseased heart, the heart will become whole again. That's all. Love. Paradise comes. The heart will become whole again when love returns. The hurt is the art. I want to repeat this 1,000 times because this is very important. It is one of the most important videos I will ever do in my life because I want you to know that everything I say is literal, none is allegorical or symbolic. Nothing here. The earth is the heart. If you return to love, the heart will heal. And when the heart heals, heaven is in the heart. She will come back to you in every beauty, every truth, and every goodness that you ever imagine as long as you return to love. Heaven will come. I am here to tell you these things that you need not have any fear. No powers are greater than you. No power is greater than heart in mind. Think on these things, my friend. Peace out.